And what is going on, my Uber peeps? It is Uber Guy, Connecticut. That means I am in Connecticut. And it is, Lord, what day is it? It is Wednesday morning, and I have been driving for a couple of hours. Actually, it's been a slow morning. I think I've only had 5 or 6 rides in about 2 hours. So I'm going to go home and call it a morning and go back out a little later in the day. But I thought I would pause for a moment and share. A lot of people have their favorite Uber story. I actually have several, and I'll share some of them with you guys maybe a little later. But I think one of the incidents that happened to me was I picked up these kids, 4 of them, and this young girl got in the back seat of my car with 3 of her friends, and they had been drinking and they were intoxicated. And the young girl, before I even got off her street, threw up, yacked, vomited, whatever you want to call it, all over my back seat. Needless to say, it does go with the territory. If you're going to drive and pick up people, especially at night, though this was not that late at night, but especially at night, if you're going to pick up people from the bar scene, you have to expect that people are going to get sick and they're going to throw up. I tell you, the most distressing part of this was this girl certainly was not of age. She couldn't have been more than 16 or 17 years old. Why in the world she would be drinking to that measure, or even drinking at all, and then mixing her alcohol is beyond me. But she threw up all over my back seat and basically all over me too. And when that happens, you got to do what you got to do. And I pulled over the car, and believe it or not, I made her clean it up. The 4 of them were very apologetic. What you do when that happens, for both Uber and for Lyft, is that you pick up your phone, your trusty cell phone or what have you, and you take a picture of it. And however gross it as it might be or might sound, what you do is you take it and you upload it to Uber with an explanation. I believe there is a feature on Uber and Lyft called report incident or report something or other. And that is what you do. And that's what you do. And typically, if you do it correctly, typically you get the cleaning fee, which is for Uber $150. I actually don't know what it is for Lyft because I've never had it happen to me for Lyft. But you get that added to your weekly pay instantly, because basically what happens is when someone messes up your car, especially when they throw up in your car, what have you, your night is over. I mean, if you're driving at 10, 11 o'clock at night or 2 or 3 in the morning picking people up, there's no car wash open at that time to go get it cleaned, and you got to get it cleaned and you got to get it shampooed. So that fee is appropriate. I'm of the opinion that the fee should be actually a lot higher, probably as much as $500. It's not so much that it needs to cover the cleaning fee, but I think that the fee ought to be sort of a deterrent. You get slammed with a $500 fee, you'll think twice about, hey, I'm going to be driving in an Uber later. Maybe I should not drink so much or be sick. Now, it's unavoidable with some people, with these college kids, especially in Connecticut where I live. We drive a lot of kids around. It's unavoidable with some kids, it's going to happen. But I think it ought to be a deterrent. Make it $500 or at least $300. So they get that bill the next day on their credit card, and there's no way around it. They'll maybe think twice about doing it again. But that is one experience that happened to me that I think a lot of people can relate to. There are things that you can do to sort of help you. You can get little what's called Emosys bags. That's what you would have in the hospitals to help people who have nausea and they're going to vomit. But they can be somewhat expensive. But you can also go and get the big 5-gallon or 10-gallon Ziploc bags from your supermarket, Stop and Shop, or Walmart, or what have you, and they have 20 or 30 in them, and they're not too expensive. Do yourself a favor, get the ones with the top that seals. Pay the extra $2 or $3. Get the one with the top that seals, and and uh, and that will help you out a lot. And then we can go from there. A couple of other things you could do is to make sure that that I'm waving at my son as he goes on the bus as I'm talking to you. Get the one that seals, and so when they get out of your car, they can take it with you. But like I said, it is unavoidable. It's gonna happen. It goes with the territory. It goes with the territory, so you can expect it. The only way to, I think, you can't really avoid it, but the only way to try and prevent it is not to be driving the bar scene. Not to be driving the bar scene at 1, 2, or 3, or 4 o'clock in the morning when the bar's closed. But again, that's where a lot of the money's at. So it's 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. You decide. But I thought I would share that little bit of information with you and how to deal with people who are intoxicated. That goes for another conversation. You don't want to get into an argument. You don't want to get into a fight with them. The quicker you get them out of your vehicle, basically, I found the better. I have a couple of other stories of dealing with people who are intoxicated that I will share. But that one is about people who are sick in your vehicle, and what do? Take a picture of it, upload it to Uber or Lyft, and you will get that cleaning fee. And you know what? Let me just say this. The cleaning fee does not necessarily have to be for vomit or for throw up, for people who vomit in your car. Someone messes up in your car, spills something in your car, spills a drink in your car, whatever. Take a picture of it and upload it. You could get $40. You could get $80. It's not just for people who vomit. That little information, you guys can have that one for free. Hope it helps you. Have a wonderful day. I'll be back again later. Bye-bye.